Okay.
So a very good morning to all the participants of this national webinar. So we are organizing this webinar on behalf of ANGRAU Poshan in ANGRAU Agribusiness Incubator, which is actually funded by RKY Raftar scheme, Government of India. So as we are celebrating both the events, International Year of Millets, as well as India is presiding the G20 summit. So we are organizing the side events. So a very good morning to all the participants, and a very good morning to our beloved Associate Director of Research, Dr. P. Rashekar sir, and Dr. Kalimullah sir. So I request now the Associate Director of Research sir to give introductory remarks, sir.
Okay, thank you, Balasen Reddy. So good morning, a very good morning to all the students, entrepreneurs, scientists, and other enthusiastic persons who are attending this national webinar on millets in diet. So this is very apt because this year we are celebrating as the International Year of Millets 2023. So once again, I welcome you all, and also I welcome the eminent speaker, Dr. S. Kalimullah Garu, Principal Scientist and Head, Post-Harvest Engineering and Technology, RARS Tirupati, under the ANGRAU, to this national webinar, which was being organized by ANGRAU Poshan Incubator, which is a RKVY, Raftar Agribusiness Incubator. So a series of topics were being conducted by this ANGRAU Poshan Incubator. So in that series, we thought it will be appropriate to have this particular national webinar on millets in the diet because of this International Year of Millets. So, you know, all are aware that Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, so he was very much interested, and he sponsored the proposal for International Year of Millets, which was accepted by the United Nations General Assembly. So this idea was mooted by our Honorable Prime Minister, and this was endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly. So the declaration for by the government to declare this as the International International Year as Millets Year. So he shared that vision also. People's movement also, he has gained the momentum, and he has also given several lectures, and even in Man Ki Baat also he stressed the importance of this millets, and he quoted several examples of people who joined this stream. So even right in Andhra Pradesh from Nandyal also, one employee, he resigned and ventured in this particular millets cultivation, and not only as a farmer but also as an entrepreneur. He has developed and built up processing units for this millets and watching for it. So like that, so many persons are there who has resigned from their jobs to promote the cause of this millets. So these millets, you know, they have been made an integral part of the G20 summit also in meetings. So wherein all the delegates, they will be given a true millet experience through the different products. So showcasing different millet products, and also arrangement interactive sessions, meeting with farmers who are in this particular millets cultivation. So like that, a massive scale meetings were also proposed for this G20 meetings. So this is all happened because of our interest and our tradition of growing millets in the yesteryears years. And this was taken up by our Honorable Prime Minister also. So, you know, these millets, they are primarily a kharif crop, rain-fed situation, so which are very hardy. But if you see in terms of nutrition or their potential in elevating the health benefits in mankind, so these were largely now promoting. And not only for India, this is a tradition which was forgotten, and we are more into the cereals like rice and other things. But because of this COVID pandemic and other situations, again, now we are realizing to have more immunity in the mankind. so that which was naturally we derive through this consuming more of millets. So the inbuilt resistance and many of the nutrients, they give a chance for building up of immunity in human beings. So like this, if you see, so many advantages are there for millets, which are less what you call input, less with less inputs and also less water. And even in under hardships of drought and other things, we can have millets successfully. So again, we have to look back our traditions, our old methods to promote this particular millets. And I think this is the year which was most apt to go again, bring back that glory of millets cultivation into this arena. So based on this situation also, our Balu Senreddy also aptly thought that this will be ideal to have a topic on millets in diet, so that people can know what they can derive from this. And our eminent speaker will highlight you what millets to consume, at what they give to the mankind, promote immunity, and also so many things in these cost-effective mechanisms under this natural farming systems. So in any system, if we take this, millets will properly blend in with those systems. So I think this is very apt, and I congratulate all of you, and also I wish you all the best to learn something about these millets through this, and I think they will be benefited by this national webinar, which can also be disseminated through your to other people also through your presence in this national webinar. Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your beautiful introductory remarks regarding the importance of the millets, and then the essentiality, the need of the hour of the millets. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and taking the chairmanship of this national webinar. So before requesting the honorable expert of today's webinar, so I would like to take the honor of introducing the speaker today, Dr. S. Kalimullah sir, who is actually working as a principal scientist in the post-harvest engineering section of Acharya Engineering Agriculture University. So sir actually has did his BE Engineering Agriculture from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore, and MTech from IIT Kharagpur, and again PhD from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore. So he is a fellow of Institution of Engineers and a fellow of Indian Society of Agriculture Engineers. So earlier he worked in his career as an associate dean for the College of Food Science and Technology at Pulivendala. And then so many activities of university. He was in charge of placement officer, then NSS program officer, then board of studies for 3 universities, and then he worked as even external examiner for 7 universities. So he published 41 research articles in international as well as the national journals, then 47 popular articles in various journals and then magazines, and then delivered more than 15 radio talks. So presently sir is having a patent to his credit, 2 patents to his credit, and he is also a reviewer for 11 scientific journals. And the number of citations of his research articles is 1086. Sir has also handled 6 projects worth of 234 lakhs. And academic side, he has guided 1 PhD and then 2 MTech students. So to his credit, sir has received a Rashtriya Ratna Award of India International Society, then Distinguished Service Certificate of Indian Society of Agricultural Engineers, then Innovative Potential Students Project Award of Indian National Academy of Engineering, then Commendation Medal of ISCAE, then Meritorious Teacher Award of Acharya Engineering Agriculture University, then Eminent Engineer Award of the Institution of Engineers, India, then ISCAE JEE Best Reviewer Award for 2019 in the Processing and Food Engineering section. So to his credit, sir has, a valuable input to the society both the teaching side as well as the research side in his career over the period. And it's really a wonderful session with Sir as the expert speaker, because he's doing a lot of research in especially in the post-harvest section of the millets. And it is a great opportunity for all the participants today to interact with the Sir after the session also, and then gain knowledge. Sir, thank you very much, sir, for Kalimula sir, for accepting our invitation and then giving your presentation for this webinar. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now it is over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Poshan Reddy. Respected Associate Director of Research, Dr. Rajshekhar sir, scientists, professors, entrepreneurs, and my dear students. Good morning to everybody. Very good morning to everybody. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the millets in the diet. Just now our Associate Director of Research has told why we are giving a lot of importance to the millets. And this year, that is 2023, is considered as the International Year of the Millets. Why I am concentrating more on the millets is that many of our younger generation people, they don't know about the millets. Some might not have seen the millets and they don't know how they look and what are the benefits of those millets. And millets is and I am going to cover on the different types of the millets, the importance of the millets, the climate resilience, and the economic security. And coming to the millets, what are the millets? Millets are the small seed grasses widely grown around the world, especially in India and Africa, as cereal crops or the grains. And if you see the benefits of the millets, and the benefits is for the individuals, for the farmers, and for the Mother Earth. And if you look at the uses of the millets for the individuals, it aids in the weight loss. It helps decrease the high blood pressure, improves the skin elasticity, helps in slowing the muscle degradation, and it is a powerhouse of the antioxidants. And millets for the farmers, how they are useful. That is, the seed requirement will be very, very less. Say, for example, if you see take some other grains, say the paddy, you may require at least 15 to 20 kg per acre. But whereas in the case of these millets, it may require only 2 to 3 kg per acre. And the cultivation, it requires the minimal water, and some crops, they will withstand up to 46 degrees centigrades. But the normal crops like the paddy or the wheat, they will not withstand at a very high temperature. The temperature will be very high, the yields will be very less, but it is not the case with these millets. And coming to the millets for the planet, it consumes less water to grow compared to the rice and the wheat. And the pollution-free, as fertilizers and the pesticides required for millets are very less. If we take the other crops like the paddy or the wheat, we may be using the fertilizers and the pesticides. But coming to the millets, generally the farmers will not be using any fertilizer or the pesticide, and thereby the pollution will be very, very less. And similarly, the quality of the soil is maintained due to less fertilizer consumption. And here you can see that the 2018, the India has celebrated it as the National Year of the Millets. And in 2023, the FAO has declared that it is an International Year of the Millets. And if you see the India, that 43 million hectares of the land, it is the arable land. 108 million hectares of is the rain-fed area. And this is in total, these areas get an annual rainfall between 400 to 1000 mm, where this particular rainfall is suitable for the millets to grow. And here, if you see that the water requirement, if you see that the domestic and industries, it requires 17% of the water we are consuming. And in India, it uses 25% of its water resource to grow the rice. And the water requirement, if you take the rice, the paddy crop, it requires nearly 5,000 liters to grow 1 kg of the rice. And it requires only 2,000 liters to grow 1 kg of the millets. If you see the millet world production in 2020, the India has produced nearly 12.5 million tons, the Niger 3.5, China 2.3, like that. And in total, the total production of the millets, the whole world, is around 30.5 million tons. And here, if you take the different types of the millets, we are having the major millets like sorghum,
Hello.
Hello.
Requesting all of you to please wait for a couple of minutes. We think sir network has lost.
What? Ma'am?
Sir, is it audible, sir?
Ah,
Okay, sir. Screen share చేయండి, sir.
వచ్చిందే వాళ్ళ?
Yes, sir, but the screen is not yet shared, sir. Your PPT is not appearing. Okay, sir, now it is appearing. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.
you'll see the quantity of water, nearly 50% of the water we are using it for the agriculture purpose. 17% of the water we are utilizing it for domestic and industries. And 25% of its water resources to grow the corn. And you will see the requirement. Nearly 1,000 liters of the water is required for 1 kg of the rice. Required to grow 1 kg of the millets. And coming to the millet world production, it is India, it is close this. Now coming to the millet production states in the India, the top 5 states are the Rajasthan, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana. And in the Rajasthan, the production is millet crop that is widely grown is the bajra and sorghum. Karnataka, it is sorghum and ragi. And Maharashtra, it is ragi, sorghum. Uttar Pradesh, bajra. And in Haryana, it is the bajra. And here, if you see the sorghum crop, I will show some slides so that our students can see how the crop looks and how the grain looks. And this is a sorghum crop. And this is the pearl millet crop. In Telugu, we'll call it as the sajjalu. And coming to this bajra, the main benefits of the bajra is it reduces the cholesterol, promotes the bone health, and it is beneficial in treating the stomach ulcers. It promotes heart health, aids in weight loss. And we can prepare the khichdi, roti, upma, idli, and parathas. And the second one is the finger millets. In Telugu, we'll call it as the ragulu. And the main benefits is it reduces the blood glucose levels, it has antimicrobial properties, it promotes the bone strength health, it will revive the skin and hair health, and it repairs the injured muscle tissues. And coming to the foxtail millet, which we'll call it in Telugu as a koralu, and the main benefits are it proper functioning of the nervous system, helps in maintaining the bone and muscle health. It is good for cardiac health, good for skin and hair growth, and it improves the immunity. And the other one is the proso millet. In Telugu, we'll call it as the varigalu. And barnyard millet, we'll call it as the udlu. And coming to the health benefits, it is a rich source of fiber, both soluble and insoluble. And it is a gluten-free and healthy option when suffering with celiac disease. And it is anti-mutagenic, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties. And kodo millet, Telugu will call it as arikalu. The benefits are it prevents the constipation, it strengthens the nervous system, it helps in blood sugar control, and the beneficial for post-menopausal women suffering from any metabolic diseases. And the other one is the little millet, known as the samalu in Telugu. And the other one is the brown top millet, called as andukoralu. And if you see the nutrient values, and just I will compare with the wheat, rice, maize, with the sorghum millet and the proso millet and the kodo millet. You can see here, coming to the protein content, the sorghum, proso millet, it is on par with the wheat, and the kodo millet is also very high when compared to the rice and the maize. And coming to the fat content, it is also high in the case of the sorghum, proso millet, and the kodo millet. It is around 3.3 to 4.2 grams. But whereas in the case of the wheat, it is only 1.5 gram. And coming to the carbohydrate also, they are very high in the case of the sorghum, millets, proso millet, and the kodo millet. And the fiber content is very, very high in the case of the sorghum millet, proso millet, and the kodo millet. It is around 6 to 8 grams. But whereas in the case of the wheat and the rice, it is only hardly 1 gram. And similarly, the main thing is the magnesium content. It is high in the case of the sorghum millets and the proso millets. And in the case of the rice and the maize, it is around 25 to 37 milligrams. And similarly, the vitamin B6, folate, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, they are available in these millets. And if you see the nutrition components with the other millets also, here you can see that the foxtail millet, the minerals are very high. Minerals are very high in the case of the foxtail millet. It is around 3.3 grams. But whereas in the case of the rice and the wheat, it is around 0.6 to 1.5 grams. And similarly, if you see the calcium content, The finger millet, it is having a very high calcium content. It is around 344 milligrams. But whereas in the case of the rice, it is only 10. And in the case of the wheat, it is only 41 milligram. And similarly, if you see the iron content, the little millet is having a very high iron content. It is having 9.3 milligram. And barnyard millet, if you see, that is the fiber content, it is having very high, around 10.1 grams. And the protein content, the proso millet is having very high, that is 12.5 grams. And coming to the importance of these millets, let me tell you, it helps and it helps in reducing the weight. You can see here, just a moment. You can see here that this is a fat person, and if you take these millets, his body can be trimmed. That is, the millets are the ultimate food you need to lose the weight. That is the tryptophan, an amino acid, it lowers the appetite, and it can be eaten instead of those heavy meals. And the other one is, you can see this muscle building also. It makes the muscles lean, strong, and attractive. This is the best for women, as they are the one who wants to be leaner and slimmer. And it fights the bad cholesterol. The millets, they are having the niacin content, that is the vitamin B3. It is helpful for treating the problems associated with the cholesterol. And it reduces the inflammation. And it prevents the heart attacks also. That is, the magnesium in millets prevents the heart attacks. This is the one of the best millet benefits. And the millet promotes the good blood circulation. It boosts pulse rates and oxygenates all organs. It increases metabolism in body. And millet is a great for blood circulation. And it relaxes the mind. It is a mood changer. It is essential. Vitamins in millets are helpful in the mind relax. And if you see the glycemic index, you can see that we'll categorize into 3 categories, like the food items, which will have the low glycemic index, that is 0 to 55. Other food items, that is the medium glycemic index, that is 56 to 69. And the food items having a high glycemic index, 70 to 100. And this glycemic index, how we'll calculate is, that is what is the blood glucose level after ingestion of the product containing 50 gram carbohydrates to the blood glucose level after ingestion of the product containing the 50 grams of the glucose. And all these millets are having a very low glycemic index. And you know, main thing is that the sugar patients, they have to take the food item which will have the low glycemic index. Otherwise, the sugar levels will shoot up. And these millets, they will regulate the blood sugar. And these millets have a low glycemic index, that is 54 to 68. And they are the diabetic friendly property. And they are the gluten free and easy to digest. And the millets also decreases the high blood pressure. As I already told that the magnesium plays an important role in regulating the blood flow. It reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. And the potassium that is available in the millets, it prevents the hypertension. Other one is it helps in detoxification. It flush out toxins in the body. As the dietary fiber is available, there is a better digestion. And the unwanted toxins and debris get eliminated. And this consumption of the millets, it also prevents the gallstones. It lowers the cholesterol levels in the body. It helps in reducing the chances of stone formation in the gall. And millets, as they are rich in magnesium, which can help in relieving the menstrual cramps. It helps in during the pregnancy also. The finger millet prevents the constipation and improve the calcium and iron levels in the body. It prevents the gestational diabetes. It prevents the high blood pressure in pregnant women. And millets protects from the UV radiation also. So as all of you know that if you will move from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock like that, a lot of UV radiation we will be absorbing. And as a result, there is a problem of the skin cancer. And these millets, as they contain the vitamin C and the vitamin E, which act as a natural sunscreens and protect our skin from the damage. It nourishes your skin. The millets are also good for hydrating the skin. It will be glowing, skin will be glowing if you will consume the millets. It lowers the risk of hair fall. Because these millets, after consumption, it will promote the blood circulation for hair growth. Hair growth will be faster. The balding shall never arise in the life. It reduces the risk of cancer. That is, antioxidants check the cancer cells and it eliminates cancer cells. And it is the best food for the babies. Millets are 100% gluten-free, safe for children. One of the first foods given to little babies. And it also prevents the asthma. Millet control asthma and other respiratory problems. Consuming millets can promote a healthy well-being. And coming to the pH, millets as a good alkaline diet. And if you see the pH of the food chart, you can see that is the acidic and the alkaline foods. And the millet is alkaline in nature and cure the digestion issues. And the other thing I want to tell about the climate resilience. Nowadays, we are seeing that at some places, the temperature will be very high. And in some other places, all of a sudden, the temperature will be very, very low. And in such cases, all of a sudden, if there is a climate change on the crops like the paddy, wheat, we cannot grow it. And such cases, this climatic resilience means it is defined as the capacity of social, economic, and ecosystems to cope up with a hazardous event or trend or disturbance. And if you see the climate change, the main thing is that is the carbon dioxide level we are seeing. During 1960s, it was around 320 ppm, but now it has shooted to around 420 ppm. And if there is a climate change, you can see that the new pests and diseases will also occur. And we cannot get the yields, more yields. And in such cases, these millets plays an important role. And these millets, they say, for example, if you take the pearl millet, they are highly resistant to heat and drought. They will come up in very poor soils also. And if you take the sorghum crop, they are the drought tolerant, excellent recovery mechanism from stresses, adapted to wide range of soils, altitudes, and temperatures. And the finger millets, if you take, that is, they are moderately resistant to heat, drought, and humidity, adapted to wide altitude range. And the foxtail millets, they are adapted to low rainfall, high altitude. Kodo millet needs little rainfall, comes up in very poor soils. A barnyard millet, it is not limited by moisture, high altitude adapted. And the little millet, you can adapt to low rainfall and poor soils, and they can withstand waterlogging to some extent. And the proso millet, we can grow in the low rainfall and the high altitude also. Next, I want to tell that about how we are consuming the food, and there is a nutritional stresses also. And you can see some people, they are consuming a lot and they are very fat. And some people, especially in the African countries, you can see they are getting a very little quantity of the food, especially the nutrient food. And you can see this is some people, they are very bony in nature. And the whole world, if you see that 1 in 7 people are hungry, and nearly 1/3 of the food we are wasting it. And every 3.6 seconds, a person is dying only due to hunger. And among which nearly 75% of are the children. And if you see the global hunger index also, in 2020, India is ranked 94 amongst the 107 nations. And in the 2022 global hunger index, India ranks 107 out of the 121 countries. You can see that though we are having a lot of food grains, but some people, they are not getting, especially the nutrient foods. And if you see here, the global hunger index from 2018 onwards, it was the rank was 103, 102, 194, 101, 107, like that. The rank is going on increasing, which is not a good sign for our country. It means that most of the children, they are not getting the nutrient food. That was the main reason. And coming to the economic security for the farmers, you can see this is the millets gives the economic security, because the rural economy, it is the backbone of India's food and climate security. And even in the worst climate, these millets, we can grow it, and the farmers can get some remuneration, some profit they can get it. And the rural economy is the only path for a crisis management and an increasingly vulnerable global economy. And coming to the economic security through the millets, one is the climatic, it is the climatic resilient crop, and the low investment needed for the production, because sometimes the farmers may be spending a lot of amount for the crops, but they may be not getting the remunerative prices, and they will not be getting the profits. But here, you have to spend a minimum amount, but definitely you will get some profit. And it is a sustainable income source for the farmers, and value addition can lead to economic gains. If you could, instead of sending the grains as such, if you will process it, the grains, generally the farmers are selling it at 25 to 30 rupees per kg of the minor millets. But if the farmers will process it, they can sell it from 70 to 120 rupees per kg. Thereby they can get a profit. And coming to these different varieties also, they are very specific. Say, for example, if you are very much interested to have more iron content, in such case, hello. In case of the pearl millets, say HHB 299 variety, it is very rich in iron. It will be having around 73 ppm when compared to the ordinary varieties, which will be having only 45 to 50 ppm. Similarly, AHB 1200 variety, it is rich in iron. It is giving 73 ppm. Similarly, the AHB 1269, it is very rich, that is 91 ppm. And coming to the zinc content, if at all you want to have the more zinc content, that ABV 04 variety, it is giving 63 ppm, that is the zinc content. But whereas the traditional varieties, they will be having only 45 to 50 ppm. And the Phule Mahashakti variety, it will be having iron content of 87 ppm. Like that, there are certain varieties which will be having very specific. Say, for example, the Vegavati, it is having a high in zinc content. And the Indravati, it is very rich in calcium, having 428 milligram per 100 grams. And the CFMV2, it is having a calcium of 654 milligram per 100 gram. And as that little millet, it is having a variety name called as CLMV1. Iron content, it is giving 59 milligram per kg. Zinc, it is giving 35 milligram per kg. And Sri Nilima, it is giving having a anthocyanin content of 50 milligram. And like that, we can get different varieties which will be giving either the iron content more or the calcium content also more. And coming to the economic security, how we can do is in Karnataka, the millets in the public distribution system, they are selling it at 1 rupee per kg. In the Orissa, recently they have included millets in their PDS system. And Uttarakhand, the state-owned wholesale market is directly buying millets from the farmers. And I think our AP government is also planning to supply these millets through the PDS system to the people. And coming to this economics also, millet market size was over 9 billion US dollars in 2018. And now it is around $12 billion. And it is creating more business opportunity for the entrepreneurs. And coming to the policy initiatives, the price and procurement support for the millets, inclusion of millets in the midday meal program, and the promotion of nutri-farms. And this FSSI also, it has standardized the quality of the jowar, bajra, and the ragi and the respective flours. And coming to the different products, by using the sorghum, we can prepare the eggless cake, sorghum bread, sorghum halwa, bundi laddu, and this sorghum parboiled vada. And the pearl millet, if you take this pearl millet upma, we can prepare pakoda, and the pearl millet halwa, khichdi, pesarattu. And the finger millet, we can prepare the millet cakes, finger millet rava chocolate pudding, finger millet laddu, finger millet vermicelli kheer. And like that, we can prepare the different products. And generally, we'll be calling that is an apple in a day will keep the doctor away. And we can say that a millet, a meal a day keeps the doctor away. And the farmers, they are the major stakeholders. And we cannot live without the farmers. And hats off to the farmers for selfless service for the betterment of the people. Thank you. If you are having any question, you can please.
Hi, sir. Sir, what is the limit? How much we can take daily intake? Is there any specific for daily intake of millets?
No,
into our
say
diet?
we are already accustomed to this rice. Most of the people we are using the rice. All of a sudden, we cannot take whole quantity. Say, for example, the night
Yes,
you
sir.
can take the millets. And say, for example, if you are taking 1 kg of rice, generally we will calculate it will be useful for 5 or 6 members. And if you are taking the millets, hardly is that 1 kg of this millet rice, you can use it for at least 12 to 15 members. It requires very, very little quantity. You have to take care that you have to soak in the water at least for 6 hours. Otherwise, these anti-nutrient properties will be there. And you have to soak it for 6 hours, throw that water, then you can prepare those, you can prepare the rice. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more small note. Like, I am basically from Telangana, Adilabad district. So we generally consume daily in the morning. We eat only jowar rotis.
Okay.
I know that only eating jowar is not all. I mean, in the sense, is not full sufficient.
Yeah.
And how many? What we can say that.
Okay, the best thing is that we have to change the pattern. Say one day you are taking the jowar, next day you take the ragi, next day you take the other korralu or andu korralu, like that. That is the best thing. Even in the oil also, we will be recommending. Say, for example, if at all you are taking the groundnut oil, don't take only groundnut oil. You have to take the groundnut oil, sunflower oil, rice bran oil, like that. Okay. Because some nutrients will be available in certain millets. Say, for example, if you will take that ragi, the calcium will be very high, but not in other millets. That's why what we have to do is you take ragi for 2 days or 3 days, and other millets you take for another days. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any more question?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, like millet, the cost of the millets are very high, sir. Like compared to the rice. What's the reasons for that, sir? Like everyone are now focusing on the other than the millets. Is that the reason or any other reasons for that?
No. I will tell you. Say if you take the paddy crop, per acre you will be getting at least 25 to 30 bags. But whereas in the case of the millets, they won't get that much. Okay. They are getting a very, very less quantity. That is, the production will be very less. And coming to the consumption aspect, if you take the rice, say for example, the rice you are telling it may be available in the market at 45 rupees kg. But whereas the millets, it is available at 70 rupees or 80 rupees per kg. But earlier I told that if you are taking the 1 kg of the rice, it is available only for 5 or 6 members. But the same 1 kg of millet, if you are taking, it will be available for 12 members or 15 members. Now you tell me which one will be the better price. Millets, the cost will be reduced. No doubt the cost of the millet may be more, but when you are consuming, then the cost will be less. Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yes, good morning, sir. I'm Arun Kumar. Yes, sir. Rather than using exclusively millet recipes, sir, what can be the proportionate millet type, and that could be mixed with rice and batters? If a good information can be provided on that, I think a slow generative effort can be put to include millets in the regular diet, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say if you want to prepare the batter, generally we will be using the rice flour. And yes, here you can take 3 parts of the millet. Okay. 1 part, what you will call that black gram. Okay, another 1 part rice. 3:1:1.
Okay, in that way that can be.
You can prepare. Okay. And the ragi you can use it. No problem.
Okay, sir. And also in agency areas, recently I made a visit to agency areas in Andhra Pradesh. Anything you can suggest to improve their marketability, because they produce in the raw state and just dry it and sell it to the shandies available in the local, sir?
Yeah. Instead of selling it directly, say for example, after harvesting the crop, the farmers, they are thrashing it and selling it in the market. Yes, and the cost will be only around 25 rupees or 30 rupees.
Exactly, that's the rate.
Instead of selling it directly, if they will have any processing machinery, mainly the dehusker they require.
Okay, sir.
It will be costing around 2 lakh rupees.
Okay.
It is available in the market like a single stage dehuller and the double stage dehuller. The single stage dehuller cost will be around 1.5 lakh and the double stage dehuller may be 2.25 or 2.5 lakhs. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And if they will have that type of the machine in and around of their village, they can process it. Now at Tirupati, what we are doing is for cleaning, grading, that is dehusking and final cleaning.
Yes,
we are charging only 10 rupees per kg. And many farmers, they are coming to our research station. They are processing it and they are selling it in the market at around 70 rupees or so.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, if you are having any chance, you can install a dehusker in that village.
Yes, sir.
They can process it and they can sell it.
Okay, so that can be done as an FPO also.
Yeah.
This can be done. Yes, sir. Can I know the details of how it can be, or can I contact you?
Yeah, sure. My number, please note down.
Yes, sir.
944.
944.
0.
Yes, sir.
181.
181.
098.
098.
944. 0. 181. 098.
Yes, sir. Okay. Scientist in Tirupati, sir.
Tirupati, yeah. Regional Agriculture Research Station.
Tirupati. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
And also one more small.
Please.
Hello, sir. నా పేరు వినయ్ భూషణ్ రెడ్డి, నేను ఇంక్యుబేటర్ని.
సార్ చెప్పండి సార్.
అది అల్లింగ్ చేయడానికి మిషన్ లేక బాగా ఇబ్బంది పడుతున్నారు.
సార్
దానికి వచ్చే తలక మెరికలు ఉంటున్నాయి కానీ అది కొట్టుకొని ఉంటాయి. అది మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లము. నేను మిషన్ తయారు చేశాను, మనకి ఫండింగ్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు కాలేజీ తరఫున. నాది మిషన్ నా నెంబర్లో యూట్యూబ్ లో ఉండిద్ది, నెంబర్ కొడితే.
సార్ ఒకసారి మీరే నంబర్ చెప్పేయకూడదా? మీరు అందరు నోట్ చేసుకుంటారు వాళ్ళు.
నెంబర్ చెప్తున్నాను. 8074765385. యూట్యూబ్ లో ఈ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ కొడితే అదే సపరేట్ చేసే మిషన్ ఉండిద్ది. మళ్ళీ నేను చేసిన మిషన్ లో పర్సంటేజ్ కూడా ఎక్కువ వచ్చిందండి.
ఎంత కాస్ట్ ఎంత ఉన్నారు మీ మిషన్?
ఇది మల్టీపర్పస్ గా పనికొచ్చింది. రైస్ కి ప్లస్ మిల్లెట్స్ కి పనికొచ్చింది. మొత్తం 2,70,000 అయితే మొత్తం మల్టీపర్పస్ గా పనిచేసింది.
మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉంటున్నారు? గుంటూరా?
మాది గుంటూరు అండి, గుంటూరు దగ్గర చేబ్రోలు.
అది కూడా మీరు అడ్రస్ చెప్పినారు, చేబ్రోలు గుంటూరు.
గుంటూరు జిల్లా చేబ్రోలు మండలం, కొత్తరెడ్డిపాలెం గ్రామం.
ఇప్పుడు ఎవరన్నా మీ దగ్గర కొనాలంటే మీ దగ్గర మిషన్ రెడీగా ఉందా?
ముందు అడ్వాన్స్ ఇస్తే తయారు చేస్తామండి, ట్రయల్ చూపిస్తాం.
కాదు, మీ దగ్గర ఒక మిషన్ ఉంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరన్నా కొనాలంటే 2 లక్షలు పెట్టి మొట్టమొదట మీ దగ్గర వచ్చేసి ఒకసారి ట్రయల్ వేసుకొని సాటిస్ఫై అయినారంటే డెఫినెట్ కొంటారు.
చూపిస్తాం.
ఓకే.
అదొకటి మొన్నేనండి, ఇప్పుడు విజయరామ్ గారు అని వాళ్ళకి ఒకటి ఇచ్చాం సపరేటర్. అవని ఫుడ్స్ అని వాళ్ళకు కూడా ఇచ్చాము. వాళ్ళు గత 5 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి బిజినెస్ లో ఉన్నారు. వాళ్ళు మిల్లింగ్ చేస్తా. వాళ్ళకి మన దానికి పర్సంటేజ్ కూడా తేడా వస్తుంది. మనది ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది, వాళ్ళు తక్కువ వచ్చింది ఆ మిషన్ టైప్. ఇది వచ్చే తలక రబ్బర్ షెల్లర్ టైపు, అది వచ్చే తలకేమో డ్రమ్ టైప్.
అవునవును.
దీంట్లో వచ్చే తలక అంటుకొరలు 65 కిలోలు వస్తాయి. మళ్ళీ మామూలు కొరలు వచ్చే తలక 80-85 దాకా వస్తాయి. వరిగలు వచ్చే తలక 80 కిలోలు వస్తాయి. పర్సంటేజ్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చింది దిగుబడి. అదే.
ఓకే అండి, మీరు నంబర్ చెప్పారు కాబట్టి ఎవరన్నా కావాలంటే మీ దగ్గరికి వస్తారు.
మేడం యూట్యూబ్ లో ఉంది, అది సెండ్ చేశాను మేడం కి. అది స్క్రీన్ మీద మిషన్
షేర్ చేయమంటారా?
షేర్ చేయమనండి, మిషన్ రన్నింగ్ అయింది.
ఓకే. బాలా
Sir, with your permission, for the sake of the participants from other states, I will just give a small information, sir. Vinay Bhushan Reddy Garu from Guntur, actually, he is one of the incubatee of our startup. I mean, a startup who has been incubated at our ANGRAU Poshan incubator, and he is nurtured at our incubator as well as given funding also. So what he is telling is, at this relevant point, he has developed a machine that actually
millets
that is actually a multi-purpose machine that it actually processes the millets as well as the rice. It de-husks the grains as well as it acts as a separator. So the combination of this machine, it will cost around 2.7 lakhs. So it can be used for even for rice, basmati rice also. It is performing well, and it can be used for all type of millets. De-husking as well as a separator, stones, everything will be separated. The husk will be separated. So you will be getting the clean grains. So he is one of the startup established through ANGRAU Poshan incubator, sir. So if anyone is interested to get this machine, you can contact. His number is given in the chat box. So this is for the information of the other people from other states. So one more question from my side, sir. So actually, what I personally feel is the huge gap in consumption of the millets.
Yeah.
So neither the producer, the farmers, nor the consumer are getting the benefits, because the producers, farmers are getting a very low price at their field level, whereas the consumers at the other end, they are getting the millets at very high price. So there is a huge gap in between this one, which is actually being tapped by the retailers or maybe some institutions in the name of organic. Generally, the millets are by default are organic, but in the name of organic, these people are exploiting both the farmer as well as the consumer. And so I personally feel that the consumption of the millets is actually low just because of these high rates in the market also. So you can just add something, sir.
Bala, that rates, no, actually, when we are crossing, say we are purchasing from the farmers at 25 rupees or 30 rupees per kg,
sir.
Even the farmers are selling it at that price. But when you will process, we are not getting the recovery will be around 70% in the case of these Koralu, and it will be around 45 to 50% in the case of Andu Koralu. That's why the cost will be enhanced when it will become that rice. That is the main problem. It means around 70 or 75 rupees it will become. At when you will have a consumption, say as I already told you that say for 1 kg of the rice only 5-6 members will consume. But if you will take this millet rice, nearly we can serve to 10 to 12 members. Thereby, when it comes to the consumption, the cost of that rice will be reduced. And another thing is that the government now they wants to introduce in the PDS system also, and even into the schools also, in the case of midday meal also, at least if they could able to supply it once in a week, that will be more beneficial to the farmers.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Sir, I want to know that the seed of these millets, natural seeds are available in anywhere?
Yeah, if at all you are very much interested to have the seeds, so we are having agriculture research station, Perumalapalli, just adjacent to our Tirupati only. There you can get those millets.
Because of the I belongs to from Madhya Pradesh, so they have started the millet mission in our area, basically from the Gwalior Chambal region.
Okay.
So they demands the natural millet seeds. So
natural means I can't understand.
Sir, he is telling desi seeds, sir. Desi.
Yes, desi seeds.
Oh.
Is it available?
Deshi seeds means I have no idea.
They don't have the GMO seeds like, or they don't use any kind of fertilizer.
No, genetic engineering will not be done. What he is telling is genetic engineering, hybrids, thing like that. Only high yielding varieties are available, sir.
Sir, మన దగ్గర GM seeds ఏం కాదు, అన్ని natural అనే చెప్పండి sir. It's all natural. No GM seeds in millets.
Hello.
Hello.
Whatever the seeds that are available with there are only the natural seeds, not the genetically modified seeds.
Okay.
And you can take the phone number of Shantipriya Madam. She is working as the agriculture research station, Perumalapalli of Tirupati. And if at all you want to have any seeds, no, you can have an indent and you can get it.
Sorry,
please
sir,
note down the
your
number.
Voice is not audible.
You please note down the number. Hello. Is it audible or not?
Yes.
You please note down. 94.
Yes.
9494 74
yes.
8603.
Okay.
9494 74 8603. Dr. Shanti Priya, Principal Scientist.
Okay, sir.
Agriculture Research Station, Perumalapalli. You can make a phone call and you can get them information from her.
Thank you, sir.
Any more question?
Sir, a small question, sir. Maybe related to this or not. In the agency area, I have observed that the turmeric they are selling is somewhat without, as they could not grade it, they need to sell it, the big one and small one uniformly and get very less rate. What the yes, sir, any separator you want?
Sir, that is the cleaner cum grader is required, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
That is available at 1,10,000, something like that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Both it will separate any straw particles, dust particles, any stones.
Okay, sir.
Sand particles, soil particles, all those things will be separated because it will be having a couple of screens will be there, having the different sizes.
Okay, sir.
And when we will operate naturally, it will do around 300 kg per hour. It will operate. The cost will be around 1 lakh rupees, sir. 1 lakh to 1,10,000 rupees.
Okay, sir.
It is available at Perfura Technologies, Coimbatore.
Okay, sir.
And some other agency companies are also there at Karnataka and Erode also they are supplying.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Cleaner cum grader.
Cleaner cum grader is required. As soon as the farmer will bring, no, there will be a lot of dust particles will be there. And manam Telugulo talukayal antam.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
not filled up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At least 5 to 10% you can separate it.
Okay. Yes.
And then we will get a cleaned grain and we can sell it, or instead of selling it directly. And another thing is, before selling it in the market, first of all, you have to think that once it will be processed, because these grains on the topmost, it will be having the husk, and the next it will be having the bran layer, and that bran will be having small oil content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once if it will be exposed, if you will not consume it within 1 month or so, then there will be a rancidity.
Okay, sir.
It starts giving a bad smell. And that's why whenever you are asking any person, say for household purpose, means say they can process only some 5 kgs or so.
Yes, sir.
Not a huge quantity. Sometimes, you know, the farmers will be bringing here and they will be asked to process 100 kg or like that. Then I will clearly tell that whether are you going to sell it or are you going for your house purpose?
Consumption. Yes, sir.
For house purpose, you just process only 5 or 10 kg and next come after 1 month or so. If you are selling in the market also, first of all, you have to ensure you have to have a contact with the people who are purchasing, then process it and sell it. Otherwise, sometimes what will happen, you will process and the buyer, if you will not buy it, it will be available with you for 1 month or so. And when you want to sell it at that time, there will be a bad smell will be there. That care you have to take.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I will speak to you on this, sir. I'll contact you on this. Kindly support for the tribal agency.
Sure, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Any more clarification required?
Sir, is there any brochure like any card or something available to get idea how to prepare other type of millet foods? Except Google and all, is there any brochure?
What you require, you want to prepare the products.
Yeah, sir. Like you said, millet rice, but not everyone will be aware of it and doesn't know how to prepare.
Sir, for which you require that a dehuller is required, sir. Dehuller, it is a machine. It is available with Perfura Technologies, and just now one of our incubatee also told that it is available at Guntur. Okay. If you will contact, I will give the phone numbers of those people. You can contact, and you have to purchase the cleaner is a must to remove all the dust particles or the chaff material, and the dehusker is required to remove the outer layer, that is the skin, that is the hull. These two machines are compulsory, sir.
Sir, I think he's asking about the, what we say, the products, sir, how to prepare the millet based products.
ఇప్పుడు హస్క్ అన్నాడు. ఓకే, మిల్లెట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ యూ ప్లీజ్ through WhatsApp, I will send the whatever the material that I am having, I will send it to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any more doubts? బాలా
sir.
ఇంకేం డౌట్స్ లేనట్టున్నాయి బాలా.
Okay, sir. Now I request business manager to give formal vote of thanks.
అదేదో షేర్ చేయమన్నారు, వాళ్ళు ఏదో ఉందా మీ దగ్గర?
సార్ వినయభూషణ్ రెడ్డి గారి మెషినా సార్?
YouTube link, if you are having the YouTube link, you can just share it. No?
Yes, I have opened it, sir. You want me to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Share it in the chat box.
Okay, sir. It is shared in the chat box, sir.
Okay, madam. Then formal vote of thanks.
Okay, sir. A very good afternoon to everyone. We at ANGRAU Poshan Incubator are delighted to have you all on the national webinar on Millets in Diet, which is organized on the event of International Year of Millets 2023. Firstly, we'd like to thank our chief guest, Dr. A. Vishnuvardhan Reddy sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of ANGRAU, and Dr. L. Prashanti ma'am, Director of Research, ANGRAU, for the continuous support. And we also would like to thank Dr. P. Rajshekhar sir, Associate Director of Research, who is the chairman for today's national webinar, for being the driving force for us. ANGRAU Poshan Incubator would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. S. Kalimullah sir, for accepting our request to deliver a lecture in this national webinar. Sir, we thank you for the wonderful session and enlightening the audience on the importance of millets, and for the value propositions you have given and the comparative nutrient portions in the millets itself. We would like to thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. We also would like to thank all the scientists and dignitaries who has participated in this national webinar from ANGRAU. Finally, we would like to thank all the participants for your enthusiastic participation, which indeed encourages us to organize more webinars like this. We also would like to meet all of you in the future national webinars, which are going to be organized by ANGRAU Poshan Incubator. We also would like to request all of you to fill in the feedback form, which will enable us to send you the participation certificates, and request all of you to follow our social media platforms as well to know more about the programs what we organize. So with this, we conclude it and call it a day. This is Lakshmi Tulasi signing off from ANGRAU Poshan Incubator. Jai Hind.
Yeah, thank you from my side to all the participants who enthusiastically participated from across the country. And once again, thank you very much, sir, Kalimullah sir, for giving a nice presentation and clarifying all the doubts. So
Thank you, Bala.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.